What up, y'all? We live up in this piece today. Welcome, alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is D-Real. That there is Theo B, and this is Friday Vibin. Now, if you can't see, but I know you can, we got a special guest up in here, and I'm gonna try to give him my best Shannon Sharp introduction. He is a extremely vocal proponent for the Recast T'Challa movement. Not to mention, he is a digital comic book artist. And all around blur all the way from South Africa. Give it up for the one and only Buckmeister.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give it up one time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, give it up for him. Hell yeah.
We got Buck.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Buck. I've been waiting on this one for a minute, man. I've been watching you from afar, and you just don't care, do you? You like I got it for anybody wants to say something. I got it for anybody, and I like that.
Anybody, my dog keeps the grill with him.
Flag bearer of the movement. You carry the standard. If you want to know how you supposed to be about this Recast T'Challa thing, look at that young brother there.
Does he not keep the grill with him everywhere he go? Like he wants to smoke 24/7.
Bruh, like, and you know what I'm saying? Hey, he old dog.
Yeah, listen, I ain't never seen it where a dog will pull up on your set, unpack his grill, and start burning right there where you at and ask you want some? You want some?
I'm actually not like that. It's just that this is the thing is for me, right? What I don't understand, what I find very confusing, is that I don't understand where people can't I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm like, there's videos from Chadwick Boseman, there's videos from Derek Boseman. His niece has come out. Even the stuff they quote from Simone Boseman use the word foundation. So I don't understand. I really don't like, because I'm not even a person who likes to be on Twitter like that, but I'm like, letting T'Challa go is stupid. It's stupid. It's just stupid.
I mean, low key, I've been low key trying to tell you, you don't want to believe it, and I get it, because you very optimistic. I am too. I am too. I am. I want to live in a perfect world too. I do. I want to be able to look at my fellow human being and just wrap my arms around them, regardless of what they got going on, and say, "Hey, man, I'm here for you." Unfortunately, that is not the real world that we live in
at all.
I just got out of an argument just now where like somebody was like, "There's no actors that want to take on the role of T'Challa." Like, first off, can you please stop insulting every black male actor in the world? Thanks. Like, people be telling me here in Africa there's nobody that can do T'Challa, and I'm like, what? wait.
Y'all got a whole damn continent full of actors.
I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care who gets it. I really don't. But like nobody.
I'm gonna tell you what that I've called it quite a few things, but I think the closest thing, and we've heard different people have a different take on it from different perspectives. I look at it from the and D-Real gonna help, my brother gonna help me out. What was the young lady that was famously kidnapped here in America and identified with her kidnappers?
Was that Elizabeth Smart, or was she the one that got away?
I think she was the one that got away. No, it was the one. I can't really remember her name.
You talking about a little Caucasian girl?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. They had the Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
What it is propaganda. Words.
Patricia Hearst?
That nature. Huh?
Patricia Hearst? Was it Patty Hearst?
There you go. Thank you. Patty Hearst.
Okay.
So what it is
thank you for that, Kamoyo.
You have us here stateside. It's a mental condition. It's for real. Whether folks want to believe it or not, it's real. And so if Kevin Feige comes to the stage and says the character's being recast, the same people that's saying no would have said yes, because they just would have been led. It would have been a sheep mentality. Because if you think about it, they're locking in with what he said and they're disregarding what the brother said. They're locking in with everything he said and not locking in with anything he's done. He recast Thunderbolt Ross, and
With
how he did it.
ease. I
He
don't
moved
get
it.
it.
He moved in the exact opposite fashion that he did with T'Challa. Nobody had a 5-minute conversation. No interviews went out. No articles were written. Nobody came to the stage and said anything. Mind you, Harrison Ford, he was there D22. He was there. They just didn't want to take away from what they had going on, i.e. Chadwick Boseman. Harrison Ford was there. He took that opportunity not to even talk about it. And the fact that if we wanted to say it, which is crazy, the 3 loudest voices in recast T'Challa are all right here on this video this evening. That shouldn't even be possible considering the so-called pro-black celebrities, journalists, athletes, rappers, musicians, whatever, that call themselves fans of Black Panther. That shouldn't even be possible, but it is. That's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, and also too, if we're gonna go even further with it, a lot of people are arguing that's what the director said. That's what the producer said. This is what they've laid out. This is the plot, and we're just supposed to sit down and accept it. A whole lot of times, and I don't know how many times I've heard Theo say, and I've said it myself, what would this country have been like if Rosa Parks would have just been like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and give my seat up, because that's the rule. That's what you're supposed to do, regardless of what you think or feel inside. You know what I'm saying? Just go along and get along. And it was those people, I think, that a lot of us draw inspiration from, that were part of the Snyderverse thing. When they was like, okay, we want the Snyderverse version. We don't like this version. Oh, well, the director said so. Because the director said it, that's all you're going to get. Oh, they already said in 3 it's going to be Tucson. Oh, they've already said it's going, yeah, people say stuff, but if other people say stuff louder and more consistently, guess what? We got a Snyder cut. So
didn't you get into it, Buck, earlier this mid this week with somebody who was talking about the Snyder cut?
I just got it.
Uh-oh.
Somebody. Sorry, hello, you guys there? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Now we can hear you.
Didn't you have an interaction this week with somebody on Twitter and they were using the Snyderverse, wanted to use it as an example?
I had a lot of interactions there. I'll tell you, like
I think it was one individual. I know I came on tail end of it where they wanted to say, well, look at the Snyderverse as basically saying Snyderverse fans didn't get what they asked for. They just complained. No, they got a whole 4-hour movie. Like, no, they got a whole 4-hour movie. And that movie was better than the damn movie that was in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Easy.
Don't use that example. Don't use that one.
No, I mean, and here's my thing, right?
I was just gonna say real quick in the comments.
No problem.
We got Flash by Night Comics.
What's up, Flash?
In the comments, what's up, Flash? Flash is down with the cause. Black Panther said Buck is a true soldier. He is. So yeah, you got Professor the Film Fan. Say what up.
Hey.
There's a lot of people in here, man, that rock with you. I was expecting the other folks to pull up, but the night is young. So real quick, I wanted to ask you, I mean cut you off, but I wanted to shift gears real quick. I wanted to ask you about your digital comic, man.
Oh,
What get for the people that don't know how you get down? Can you break that digital comic down for them and tell them what's what, please, sir?
all right. So I mean, the whole thing is like there's a couple of dope comics coming out about Black Panther. Obviously, we got the Brian Hill and everything. We just had Cheryl. Is it Cheryl Eaton?
Sure,
Shirley.
absolutely, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Cheryl Eaton with the Blood Hunt and everything. So I mean, we getting some T'Challa content stuff, but I think for me, my thing is that, well, for one, like stuff like X-Men 97 with what they did with T'Challa, like, they still owe me an explanation. I was about to take a plane. I was looking up flights. Like, you gotta see me, cause why? But
I hear that.
yeah,
I hear
yeah,
that.
but like the whole idea is that well, I just want, because I also want to write for Black Panther. Like I feel like with this whole thing is like I want to get in there and just do it myself. So like somebody was like self-publish. So I was like, all right, I already have other comics that I was doing. I put all of that stuff on pause. So I have like my own comic called Neon Wave. That's a superhero that I created and all of that stuff. And yeah, based in Johannesburg and all of that stuff. So I've done that. And then I also have this other comic that I was doing called Black Fist. It's like an alien Black Planet Alkebulan situation. Yeah, and you know, like superheroes in space fighting, well, not colonization, not colonization specifically, but like kinda. It'll ruffle some feathers. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, with this whole Black Panther, because for one, I was just like, Kang gets underutilized anyway. He doesn't really have a villain. I mean, like a hero or an arch nemesis per se. And I just thought that the title kind of sold itself, like the conqueror versus the unconquered. So that's kind of where the concept came from. And then I was just like, yeah, because I feel like that would have been like one of the hugest events in Marvel if Marvel managed just to, I don't know who's working there. Like I'm just like, you know what?
Africa.
Yeah,
I
that,
man.
don't.
that connection. Oh, it's janky.
Yeah, my bad, my bad. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
We can hear you now.
we
Yeah,
we
okay, cool.
we've tried to figure it out ourselves. We don't know. We I can't tell you how many conversations we've had off the book in regards to what be going on in the MCU, because I I don't know how you went to bed with what you got. Like you there's no, I don't see how you go wrong. I don't understand how you get it wrong with what you got. You got a roster. You got a roster. When it comes to Black Panther, I
Um,
just want to say you just don't care. You don't care to get it right. That's easy money. But when you make decisions in 5 minutes,
So yeah, basically the whole idea is that I'm gonna turn this into a whole animation thing. So it's like it's gonna be about six issues. So I dropped issue 4 recently. So it's gonna be about 6 issues. Six issues, and then I'm gonna try and turn it into like a whole cartoon thing. I have a Kofi going on right now.
oh, that's
People
terrible. Wow.
who want to donate
Ooh, we
to
sound hypnotized.
the project, did a lot faster. I'm really sorry about the connections. Let me just see if I can close some stuff. I don't know if maybe that's like
That might
biting my
help.
bandwidth.
That might help. That might. Oh, we got a non-cedar spider in the building. He said the
no,
iconic character did not get recast, but the uniconic character does get recast. Plus, the black character was killed off, but the white character was recast. As Theo says, it's the eye test.
No,
look,
I mean at this point it has to be like at this point I don't understand. I don't.
do we not have a Christopher Reeve biography getting ready to show in the movie theater? The
uh,
Christopher Christopher Reeve, the Superman story, his son is showing up in the Superman movie. I'm gonna say his son, his real family, his flesh and blood. So that's when I'll be like, and you never when we post stuff like that on Twitter, talking about Chadwick Boseman, the naysayers never say anything. The freaks don't come out at night when you put stuff like that out there, which I find to be very, very, let me imitate Trump for a second, very, 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 very telling. I find it very, very telling. Very telling.
No, I mean, like, this person came out just now, just an hour ago before I hopped on with y'all, and they were like, there is no actors that want to take this role on that Chadwick took on. And I was just like, that's a lie. Like, that's literally a lie. And they were like, oh, this article you're showing me doesn't mean anything. Then I had to literally screenshot where Yolande Noel was like, I do it in a heartbeat. I'm like, this hit hard enough for you? Jesus.
You know what it is? See, some folks just be stuck on
cognitive dissonance.
They stuck on stupid. Let me tell you something, Buck. There's not nobody. That's improper English. See how I know that's improper English? Bro, they know damn good and well they dumb as hell, stupid as hell in 2024. They just like effing with you. No, they know damn good and well they ass didn't watch they didn't watch the damn Fast and the Furious damn movie. They didn't seen them damn trailers for Captain America. They know damn good and well they gonna go see that damn Superman movie. No. They know you right. They know you right. What they trying to do now is they trying to get their five minutes of fame. This ain't no joke. They trying to get their 5 minutes of fame effing with you. That's all that is. This ain't 2022 no more.
And I think the last person you went at it with a couple of days ago, I jumped in and I said that to him. It's like, you happy? Did you get your 15 minutes of fame, clown ass? And I don't think he ever said anything back to me, because I think that's all he wanted to do was put a comment up, because everybody's like, oh, he's famous for getting hollered at, so let's go holler at him, and then I'm gonna leave. Ain't even trying to have no intelligent discourse with you. They just trying to put
and my thing that bothers me, right? My thing that gets to me, or not gets to me, because none of this really gets to me. Yeah, that's why I'm able to do it for so long. But the thing that's like the thing that's like confusing to me is people will be coming onto my page and they'd be like, oh, you came at me, and I'm like, it's my page. Scroll up. It said Buckmeister cool at the top. Like, you came here. Like, I didn't call you. I didn't summon you. I just talked about how this movie doesn't make sense. Like, what, M'Baku's going to be like 75 fighting a 15-year-old kid? Is that what we're doing? And that 15-year-old kid is going to run the whole of Wakanda now. He's never been born in Wakanda. We're not even thinking about how impractical this is going to be. And like, the other thing that's crazy to me is people can buy a recast for T'Challa Jr., but not T'Challa, because if they age up T'Challa Jr., it's a recast. Well, it's not going to be that little kid that we saw at the end of Wakanda Forever. It's a new actor.
But I said this to my wife. Now, I can't explain it. You don't be wrong in what you're saying. You don't. But I notice patterns. I just sit back and I watch certain stuff. They like effing with you. And I'm not gonna act like I know why. I don't. But I've seen it.
I do.
We're gonna come back to
why.
it. We're gonna come back to it then. I've seen it where Daryl and I can post something, put hashtag recast T'Challa, and then won't nobody say nothing.
Crickets.
I've seen it where we can go right behind you and be like, stop talking to Buck like that. Like, that's what we come in like, big brother, like, you're gonna stop. What they would do is, excuse me, I want to talk to you. Look here, little dude. Like
because I've been in there saying stuff and Mud just be totally ignoring me and going at him. I'm like, oh.
I don't know what it is. I know the talking points have evolved past what they're talking about. And I know we don't engage those talking points anymore.
Well, and the reason that is because if all you're doing is regurgitating information you heard, information that came by you, information that you did, is a 100% chance that ain't gonna age well when the narrative changes, like the narrative has changed now. So now you can't just sit around saying, oh, they already said they aren't gonna recast the character. they made themselves look sus. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything we was talking about or doing, but it's like out of thin air. Okay, all right, we just gonna start recasting Muggs. Oh, so you
No,
can
also
recast
like,
him, but you
also
can't
like
recast
Marvel.
other guy. You
Yeah,
recast
but
this
I'm not.
dude over here. You know, you just recasting dudes left and right. And we've been asking way before you started recasting all of these other people. So it's like I don't get it either, Buck. It's like you know you see me, you know you hear me. E-Man done been on the news talking about it more than once, more than twice. Do we think we're bigger than we are, or do we think we're smaller than we really are? Why is it that there ain't no connection?
No, I mean, like, the other thing is people act like Marvel is locked into decisions. Like, Taika Waititi came out and said that they rewrite movies even post-production. So they can make changes whenever they want. Like, they've capitulated to fans before. Like, that whole thing about the Mandarin, they changed the Mandarin because people were like, what the hell did you do to the Mandarin?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like,
So you
Hulk
can
is
make
alive in the MCU. Hulk is alive, and Hulk fans are just like, this is trash. No, y'all gotta fix this. That's not Bruce Banner, and that bruh's alive. He's alive and kicking in the MCU. Now, T'Challa fans must just no, no.
Like I said, there's no reason for it, especially when you look at Captain America 4. There's too many visual aesthetics there. Liv Morgan is still alive. If we're doing the one-to-one comparison, okay, well, Liv Morgan is alive, no different than Letitia Wright is alive. Why get Thunderbolt Ross when we could have got Betty Ross? That's a red hole. You
she is in the movie.
Huh? No, what I'm saying
but like, make her the president.
We didn't need for Thunderbolt Ross to come back with Liv Morgan, Betty right there.
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler. Thank you. Yeah. We didn't need that. She was right there. You didn't need to recast Thunderbolt Ross. If we're doing it one for one, you're doing William Hurt, actor. You're treating him no differently than you treated Chadwick Boseman. Now, honestly, William Hurt, he's actually been a part of the MCU longer. His character, Thunderbolt Ross, than not his character, the character he portrayed, because folks get hung up on
this
words.
Is actually the second recast of Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, exactly. So if it was good for Chadwick Boseman, why it wasn't good for William Hurt? Anti-recasters, not gonna say nothing. Oh, it's different. No, it's not different. That's what that was. He passed away prior to the movie being going into production. That's what that was. Okay, well, what's so, especially with Anthony Mackie sitting right over there talking about, oh, nobody else could play T'Challa. Well, who else could play Thunderbolt Ross? Because you didn't have that same energy. You weren't part of the cast to say, oh, well, William Hurt is so beloved as an actor. Nobody else could play Thunderbolt Ross. We could, there was no 5-minute discussion, no nothing. That's the talking point. And I think that's why, and I could be wrong, why they feel like they can talk to you. They get all off over here. No, I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. No, that's good for the goose. We either talking William Hurt or we talking Paul Walker. Or hell, Christopher Reeve at this point.
No, Dumbledore, Spartacus, like, guys, Hollywood been recasting. I don't understand. I don't like. Are we tying towels around our necks and jumping off the roof? Is that still what we're doing? Are we running out into traffic to stop cars? Do we think superpowers are real?
Here's the part I'm not getting. This is the worst of it. And this is where we keep standing at and where I keep going back to. Okay. Honor. You are saying, okay, first of all, it looks very hypocritical. You are saying Chadwick Boseman is the only actor too iconic to be recast. So that is how you honor the role and the actor. The actor is not the role and the role is not the actor. Therefore, that role can be recast. Okay, I understand the iconic. I understand honor, but that's not honor. If you're trying to honor someone, give them a reward. Name some shit after them. Build a statue. Make a memorial fund like they did at Howard.
Or just listen to the guy. How about that?
It's out
How
there.
about
All the
how
footage,
about
the
listen?
footage
How
is
about
out there.
listen to Chadwick Boseman? He literally came out and said this only can be there can only be one mentality. Doesn't make sense. I root for other actors. I root for Idris Elba. I root for like I
What's this year? What's this year?
2024.
You couldn't have told me. You couldn't have. You couldn't have told me that in 2022, 2023, and 2024, you couldn't have told me that black folks was gonna be telling other black folks they was unqualified to replace a black person. You couldn't have told me that. You could have told you, and that some of us still saying it, knowing damn good and well we'll say can't nobody replace Chadwick Boseman on one hand, but be arguing, bitching, griping, moaning about inequality. Got a whole damn dude over here right now talking about black jobs. Look, I know my people, they're taking jobs away. They're taking away the black jobs. Well damn. I guess it's us taking away black jobs from black folks. They ain't nobody Latino told me I wasn't qualified to get no damn job. No, it was literally a black man and a black woman told me I was not qualified to play a black role. None of us were. I no. See that right there? You couldn't have told me. You couldn't have told me.
Sometime we are our own worst enemy. And we know this to be true. We will talk bad about us before anybody else does. We'll undercut, shortcut, do us dirty before we.
Just to be also fair, that's also a thing here where I'm at. So it's a worldwide problem because we having a beef right now.
What I'm getting at, that's why there's so much division among us, because I don't know how it is over there, but there's a lot of crabs in a bucket mentality here. We all in a bucket and we all trying to climb up out this bucket, but we climbing over the top of each other to get out of this bucket. You see what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
You stepping on folks to get past but we all need to get out the bucket.
Let me tell you something, but and my brother can attest to this because my brother older than me. But I came in, it was George Reed. The Adventures of Super, faster than a speeding bullet, more power. That's why I came in at, but that's why I came in at. And then when he was doing that, right after that, that was Adam West. So I got George Reeves, the Superman, the Adventures of Superman, and I got Adam West, Batman. Now, unbeknownst to me at the time, because I didn't know, George had passed. He passed. I didn't know that. He was gone. But early in my childhood, while I'm still watching The Adventures of Superman, starring George Reed, playing on replay, TNT, TBS, everything, the Turner Broadcasting Network system. That's what that was back then. I got Christopher Reeve showing up as Superman. Well, I be damned. You know what? I don't remember anybody saying, can't nobody replace George Reed. That dude had a whole damn TV show. Went from black and white to color. Darryl, help me out. Stop me when I'm wrong. Then Dean Cain. Dean Cain, The Adventures of Lois and Clark. I think her name was Terry Hatcher. That was Lois over there on ABC and everything like that. Me, Christopher Reeve is making it do what it do in the movie theater. It's making it do what it damn do. My dog got hurt. We was crushed. You know what? I never heard anybody come to the. I heard people come. I saw people come to the stage. I saw the headline news. I remember watching ABC because we was watching The Wonderful World of Disney back then. We was. Nobody ever came to the stage, fixed their mouth. Not one Superman fan. You know what? Hell, I even go even more recent. I ain't never heard one damn DC fan say the Joker couldn't be recast. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard Batman can't be recast. I ain't ever heard that. Adam West just passed. I ain't heard nobody say, oh, we can't recast the animated voice of Batman. And if I'm not mistaken, the most iconic voice in and of itself that transcends any other animated voice of Batman just passed away. And I don't think we sit up here talking about, oh, no, we ain't going to do it. Oh, yeah, the hell you will. Well,
Roger Craig Smith is in the Archiverse again.
I don't understand how so many of us that are black are aware of that. Comic book fans sit up here and say to another black person, other folks, they're going to say what they're going to say. I don't know how any black person that know what I just said tell another black person, oh, no, ain't nobody play T'Challa but Chadwick Boseman.
I'm going to piggyback on top of that with a comment that I think fits so appropriately since you were talking about nostalgia. Remember how folks' head blew up in Kingsman? Yes, I do. That never happened to me, D-Real and Theo, when we saw 2 Riddlers and 3 Catwomen on Batman. And 1 race swapped.
Like getting back to Kevin Conroy, right? Batman, the animated series, literally changed comic books forever. Harley Quinn came from that show. That's how iconic that show was. Kevin Conroy voiced Batman for I don't know how long. And they didn't kill Batman off when Kevin Conroy passed RIP. Like, they didn't. They just got new guys. Like, another guy is in the same continuity that Kevin Conroy was in.
And Hamish Linkletter have played Batman's voice since Kevin Conroy passed. And even before. But go on.
Let me be petty. So, hold on. We say it's about honor. That's what we say. we say we want his memory. Chadwick Boseman is his legacy to live on forever. Is that what we say? Well, y'all know I'm a firm believer in walk it like I talk it.
The movie
First of all,
is his legacy.
Mr. Buckmeister, I want to say thank you this evening for joining us right here yonder. The Council of Wakanda understand when I get in this moment right here like this right here yonder, I'm about to go to church. The Church of Bast. Now, they say they want brother Chadwick to be honored. That's what they say. Now, brother D-Real and I, we read comic books. Yeah, we do.
Read a lot of
one of our favorite superhero groups are the Avengers. Are whatever you want to say. Now, not too recently, I want to think maybe we need to say shout out to Jason Aaron's because this might be his particular storyline right here. We get the Phoenix Force coming back to Earth, and we get these folks fight. One of these folks that's fighting for the Phoenix Force is T'Challa. Amen. Amen. We got that. Amen. So one of the things that we observed in the panel is we got the Wakandan helicarrier, the Bozeman, flying over Wakanda. The Wakandan sea is on fire, if you will. Now we contrary to popular belief, folks think we don't like the MCU. No, we want better for the MCU. To quote what some of us Americans are saying right now, we want to make the MCU great. See, now I ain't say great again. I said we want to make the MCU great. So now when we talk about brother Chadwick Boseman, and when we talk about such storylines, and I understand that they got rid of it, King, the Quantum Man, and all that other good stuff. But we do have this thing called the Secret Wars. Do we not have the Secret Wars? Can I say we got the Secret Wars? Yeah, we do. Now, if my brother D-Real is right there, he gonna set me straight now when I go astray. I think it's safe to say Wakanda, if I remember correctly, and T'Challa played a prominent role in Secret War. So I'm not. Can you imagine that one of the ways to honor brother Chadwick is that we have storylines encompassing not only the character of Wakanda but the MCU that involve Wakanda, where you get to see the Bozeman helicarrier flying prominently. Good God Almighty Jesus, can we talk about it? We got the USS Enterprise, and we get to see that whole damn crew. Can you see Captain Okoye? Can you see Captain Okoye on the Wakandan Bozeman helicarrier? Can you see? Can you see the Dora Milaje flying outside? Can you see the Hatutzalaze descending from the Bozeman helicarrier every time somebody want to run up on Wakanda? Whether we talking live action or whether we talking animation in the MCU, we get to see Bozeman written across the Wakanda helicarrier. I don't know why in the hell when you want to talk about, there's no, every time we did something MCU related, whether it's Black Panther or not, whether T'Challa show up in or not, all we need is the Bozeman helicarrier, and we will forever be reminded of. Right. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Freeze frame. And now we will receive the offering.
Amen. No, like the thing is for me, right? If I ever get to write officially, because that's kind of what I'm gunning for. Because now I'm just like, I want to be like the Chris Claremont of Black Panther. I want like 400 issues where this thing is a step. I want to like I'm having him whoop Captain America ass. He whooping the Avengers. Like again. I want like 400 issues where like just solidified T'Challa canon that they like change this. Let's see you change this. And like one of the things that I was playing
in the building.
Oh, what's up, D Steezel? And one of the things that I was playing with is that I was like, what if, like, you know, you started not adding aspects to T'Challa, but you made T'Challa a certain fan of things to reference Chadwick Boseman? Like, what if, for example, him and Aurora are having a movie night, and he's like, hey, let's watch Get On Up. Let's watch 42.
Wait. You sound like somebody who has thought of another way of honoring Chadwick Boseman besides just killing off a character he portrayed. Well, damn.
I mean, another storyline that I'm...
Why do we have all of these Black people that just accept that? Why do they just accept that? Why do they just go, oh, well, they killed him off, so I guess we just got to settle for that. You know what I mean? There is nothing that says you have to accept that. And there is nothing that says you have to continue to lend patronage in any kind of way to it. But they keep continuing to lend to it because they think if they stop, they're going to take it away. No, you, what do we say? If you ain't doing what I want you to do, I'm either going to do what?
Yeah, I'm going to find
a way to do it myself.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have a conversation about
it. Here we go. Let me ask this question. If it's disrespectful, it's disrespectful, right? If it's respectful, it's respectful, right?
Right.
If the character should have been deleted with Chadwick Boseman because that was the respectful thing, that is what it is, right? Now, let Kevin Feige tell it. Chadwick Boseman's portrayal of T'Challa transcends any other iteration of the character, right?
Which is none cinematically.
Right. So if that's what it is, then we ain't talking just live action. We talking animation and comics. You said transcend any and all iterations. You ain't say just that. No, you said any and all. Well, it's crazy to me because we get T'Challa every month. Sometimes twice a month. I don't know what to tell people. I really, really don't. So when you say it's disrespectful, then why you not saying nothing about the comics?
Yeah,
disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Forget Jaimon Hansu and the Black Panther ET cartoon.
I believe in keeping the main thing. If it's disrespectful, right? It's disrespectful. Well, we put Black Panther stuff on Twitter all the time. Them comics ain't stopped coming out. Has anybody ever told you that what we was putting out there in regards to Black Panther was disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman? No. But you say it's disrespectful. Okay, what, when, where, and how? Or are you just pushing an agenda? Because you're not being consistent.
At all.
You're not being consistent. Think about what you're saying, but you just said, why don't we have in the comics. You want the character recast. One of the ways to honor Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa and Aurora have a date night and they're watching a Chadwick Boseman movie. Now, low key, you said Get On Up, which is actually James Brown. So you just tied quite a few historical characters up into one panel. Without that's honor right there in and of itself. In and of itself. So
double
why
entendre.
is it?
Double entendre.
Yeah. So why is it, think about it now. So why is it so many of us, the only thing we got, the only thing we can conceive of, man, August 28th, 2020, huh?
August 28th, 2020.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all you gotten since then. You ain't came up with no other way and you gonna die on that. That tells me a lot in and of itself, and it ain't nothing good.
No, I mean, if I after I do this 6-issue series, if nothing really changes, I'm working on another story. No, actually, I'm gonna do it anyways. Screw it. I'm working on the storyline called "Message from the King," in reference to the Message from the King movie. And I'm gonna actually, for the cover, I'm actually gonna have like T'Challa, and I'm gonna like design, like I'm gonna reference that movie, and I'm gonna reference like a T'Challa design where he's like, maybe he's holding a chain or something. I'll figure it out. But like
another double entendre.
Yeah. And I'm even gonna have him in. I'm even gonna have him in the story say, "This is a message from the king."
That's what's up. Now, I got a question. Where, because it sounds like you create a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration, and how do you generate your characters?
Well, I mean, originally this whole comic book creation thing kind of started from spite. I'll explain.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, like I was in forums arguing for like Luke Cage and like Sam Wilson at one point, and T'Challa, of course. And I was just like, where are the black characters in Marvel? Where are the black characters in DC? Like, the thing is, if you promise me something and you fail to deliver, that's when I get annoyed. If you don't tell me anything, fine. That's what you say. I accept that. But like everybody kept telling me, no, Marvel and DC are doing like things with black characters, and I'm like, no, they're not. And then somebody in a forum said, you know what? If you don't like it, why don't you make your own? And I was like, you know what? Bet. Okay. Cool. So yeah, and I mean, I think I was gonna do it always because I've always been a writer. Like I think ever since I was like 6 or 7, I've been writing stories and everything, nonsense stories. When I look back at it, I was like, ooh, this was might be better than Marvel right now though, but it was still bad. But anyway, yeah. So then and then I consume a lot of media. I consume a lot of anime. I consume a lot of superhero stuff. So I was like, yeah, I kind of understand how a lot of this works. And then I kind of just make stuff that I want to see. Like if I'm writing it and I'm enjoying the story, then I know that it's likely that other people are going to enjoy the story too. So yeah, that's kind of like my thought process on how to. And also I like creating things that I'm not seeing. Like for example, like this whole thing about like with LGBTQ plus representation and everything, I was just like, why don't I take a stab at it? Let me see what comes out. So yeah, I'm making a few characters like that. And then also obviously like black characters, because like in Africa, it's kind of different when you're talking about consuming media. Like we're big time consumers also, but we're not like big time producers. And it's just like I don't think people really here see the value in like something like a comic book industry or something like that. Not yet. Like we building it, we working on it. I'm part of this thing called Afro Geek Fest and Casey Media and all of that stuff, where like we're developing the local comic book scene. I mean, there's stuff like Kwezi that's out there that people should check out. There's also stuff like Captain South Africa that people should check out. So like the scene is like buzzing and bubbling, but like it's taking longer than it should. Which I mean, that's why shouts out to Black Panther 1. It really like jump started the local comic book scene here in South Africa, and I would even say across the continent, because I got to meet a lot of creatives who I'd never get to meet if like Comic-Con Africa never happened. And yeah, and like I also host at Comic-Con Africa from time to time, which is really cool. But like, yeah, I think that's kind of it's like the drive to see what I didn't get to see growing up. And also, I mean, also it's like fun. Like it's like fun to, you know, to come up. Like drawing is hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I look at Stefano Caselli and I'm like, Grandmaster, Jesus, I'm far from you. But like, yeah, but like, yeah, learning all of this stuff, learning to draw and stuff. Like it is like there's days where it's just like, this is not working out the way I want to. But you know, I like it's not as bad as it used to be. But like just coming up with concepts, coming up with like characters, coming up with like fun things for the characters to say. Yeah, I enjoy that whole process. So that's basically everything in a nutshell. It's just actual representation, big time for me, of anybody and everybody that I can represent within my capacity. And then also, yeah, just the fun of it all in making these characters and everything. Because comic books are fun. Like comic books are like, you know, cartoons. It's like it's really fun. Like, you know, it's
Okay.
something that I
Well,
think people lost. You know.
well, here's what I want to do for you tonight, or rather, here's what I'm going to help you do tonight. I am going to help you create a character.
Mm.
And all you have to do is follow my prompts.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Would you like to try?
All right. Let's see how this turns out.
Okay. All right. Here's what we got. I got 8 base powers, and each power has 5 subcategories.
Okay.
Now, you can choose all 5 powers in one set, but then that will take your choices down. So, getting 4 powers, if you pick like the entire travel set, then you'll get 3 powers instead of 4. You see how that
Okay.
works? So, we're
Okay.
starting out with 4, right? Okay.
Cool.
You got travel, fighting, energy control, body control, defense, matter control, mind control, and magic. Pick 4 out of those 8.
Okay, so you said travel, fighting,
You got
magic.
travel and fighting, energy control, and body control, defense, matter control, mind control, and magic.
Okay, so I'm going fighting first because I'm a big kung fu head.
Okay, we have fighting. Now, in fighting, you can pick 2 out of that set. But there are 5 of them. Here are the 5. You ready?
Got you.
Okay. Edged. That means edge weapons. You're an edge weapon specialist. Then there's martial arts. That covers martial arts, anything that you do with the hands, pugilist, kung fu, jujitsu. Well, not jujitsu, but that kind of a thing. Then we got wrestling and grappling, which of course covers things like, Aikido, jujitsu, judo, that kind of a thing. Then there's a category called blitzing, where the fighting style depends on speed. So being able to hit somebody with a flurry or something, being able to hit somebody with multiple whatever at the same time, that kind of a thing. And then the last category is stun, which is being able to do like sort of a nerve type thing or knock somebody out by hitting them in their weak point or something like that. So out of those 5,
That's tough.
You get to pick 2.
That's tough. Well, I gotta go martial arts, just in general.
Martial arts.
I gotta go martial arts. Because I feel like that would cover like some of the categories,
Well, you're nice with your hands, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now the tough choice is between grappling and the blitzing.
Okay.
Because I mean, I used to grapple. Like 2 years ago, or whatever. I should probably get back to it, but like, yeah.
What was it, Samba?
No, jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah. Still a white belt, so don't expect anything fancy.
Oh, okay. All right. So what?
I think
What?
I'll
What?
go. I think I'll go. I think I'll go. I think I'll go the. I'll go grappling, and here's why. Because the thing is, if you're all grounded, right, and even if you're fighting somebody faster than you, if you can grapple them, their speed is nullified. So I'll go grappling.
Okay. So fighting, wrestling, grappling. Okay. You got 7 skills left, or 7 powers left.
Okay, cool.
So we got travel, energy and body control, defense, matter control, mind control, and magic.
Let's go. Let's go energy control.
Energy control. All right. Under energy control, you got different forms. And the forms are radiation, light, fire, electricity, and magnetism.
All right. Well, I'm not a Magneto guy, so I think magnetism is off the table.
Okay. Not something I think goes well with someone who's a fighter.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's your character. Do what you want to do.
I'm a huge Static Shock fan, so I'm like, and I'm a huge like
stereotype. You going with the stereotype?
It's not even a stereotype though.
He gonna be the umpteenth person.
Every time somebody
brother with superhero power, with
electrical
based power,
Static Shock, Black Vulcan, Lightning, Thunder. Good God, man! No,
that's like 5 characters though. Like if we go through the list, there's not a lot of black characters with lightning.
Now, I can, if you want, I can sit down. I can give you a list. But as you say, it's you. You want electricity?
No, I'm thinking about it. So you said light, and then you said radiation. Are we talking Hulk radiation, or
we're talking radiation from the spectrum of X-rays all the way up to like gamma rays?
I don't know. Gamma rays seems too. It seems like you're guessing. Like gamma rays always seem like you kind of just get what you get and you hope it's good.
Well, we're talking about energy control. So when we say control, that means you have the ability to manipulate, channel, and generate radiation of a specific wavelength.
No, I'm gonna go light. I think let's go light.
Light. Okay. And you got one more.
Ooh. Okay, no, electricity is redundant in this stage. Okay, we'll go radiation. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of radiation?
I think gamma.
I
think somebody can move at somebody can move at the speed of light and hit you with like the strength of the Hulk. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's unstable, right?
Huh?
I'm like, you know, gamma radiation is unstable. You sure?
Well, I can control it. I can control it in this instance, so I think I'm good.
We're in unique territory here. All right. Travel, body control, defense, matter control, mind control, magic. Bear in mind now, like I told you, if you want to, you can take all 5 sub powers in that set. That would just mean you have less choices.
No, okay. Magic. Let's go magic.
Magic.
This character's gonna be so OP. Good God.
Okay, magic. Under magic, we got spell weave, astral projection, eldritch bolts, shields, and dimensional invocation. Would you like me to explain those to you?
Eldritch bolts. The rest, I think.
Eldritch bolts is merely you have the ability to draw on the universal energies to create blasts that fire out of your hands.
Wow. Okay, that's Nah, dimensions is too. Yeah, dimensions. There's too many things. Bring out Shuma Gorath or Dormammu. No.
Well, now what we say when we're talking about dimensional invocation is sort of what Doctor Strange does. by the demons of Danak, by the rings of Ragador. That is dimensional invocation. He's calling on power from another dimension. The crimson bolts of Sidorak, he's calling on the power of another dimension for an effect.
Okay. No, I'm just I just feel like Dormammu would be like, oh, there's a door open. All right. Like
as a magic user, you always run the risk of that. So
yeah. I think we'll go Eldritch Bolts. That sounds really dope.
Eldritch Bolts and one more.
One more. Spell what's no. Spell what was it? The first one?
Spellweave.
Yeah,
Spellweave is just you can speak it and get an effect. But it requires a spoken component.
Oh no, actually that's too slow. That's too slow because you get rocked when you're trying to say something.
Or chopped in your throat.
I mean, isn't that how Hulk kind of beats Doctor Strange in World War Hulk? Like,
no, he crushed his hands.
I mean, no, I'm saying he was talking to him and he kept him talking long enough to crush his hands. So I feel like
that's
if you need
Doctor Strange, you want to be slow and talk, that's on you. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. Hell with talking.
First of all, you Doctor Strange, why you within reaching distance?
That part.
Like, I ain't never understood that. Like, no.
I don't even need to be on the block to hit you with a spell.
Do you not have the cloak of levitation?
I don't even need to be in the neighborhood to hit you with
none of that. None of
that. He was trying to appeal to the humanity of Bruce Banner. He was like, "Come on, bro."
And Bruce Banner was like, nope. I ain't got to be up on you.
You was one of the people that launched me off. You was one of the people launched me off into space. I'm not trying to hear it. So that's where that was.
That when I read that event, I was like, T'Challa was right, like 100%, to walk away from you guys.
Death on y'all. Y'all want to fight a crazy Hulk? Death on y'all.
All right. No, okay, not spell weave. Let me go.
Shields, astral projection.
Yeah, shields. Let's go shields. I'll take shields.
Yeah, sure you want shields.
Astral projection kind of feels like, especially the way Doctor Strange does it, that kind of feels like, yeah.
Then why would you do it like Doctor Strange?
Yeah, okay. But I mean, that's the only reference I have for astral projection.
And you could be in a situation where you're trapped and you can't get out, and you can project astrally and contact somebody for help.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. But if I have dimensional invocation, what's trapping me?
Your astral form can possess a body of a lesser mind.
Okay, you're selling me here. You're selling me.
I'm just saying you don't have to use astral projection like Doctor Strange does.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go astral projection. You sold me.
But clearly, he don't know what he's doing.
Okay. Okay. This the last set. Choose wisely. Travel, body control, defense, matter control, mind control.
I don't want to know what people are thinking. Matter control.
Matter control.
Yeah, let's go matter control.
Now this may make you OP. Okay, under matter control, we got integrate, which means you can bring matter together. Disintegrate, which we know what that means.
Yep.
Manipulate matter, a la Proteus.
Firestorm. Firestorm. We changing some stuff right
That
now.
too.
Wait.
You can multiply matter, which means you can add to whatever's already there, making it bigger or giving it more volume, or you can take matter away.
Hold on. When we say manipulate, are we talking organic and inorganic?
I just said, well, that's up to you, Buck. Do you want to be able to manipulate organic matter or inorganic matter,
or both?
Or both?
Yeah, like, are you talking Adam Eve type stuff, or are you talking like Scarlet Witch, I can change reality type stuff?
No, we're talking matter. We talking. What my dude name? the dude that used to take on the Fantastic Four back in the day,
The
the Molecule Man.
Molecule Man.
That's
So I
what
can
we're
just
talking about.
I can just do Battle World. I'll do that.
That's what we. Yeah. I said manipulate.
Now, bear in mind your current powers and power set. Do you really think you need them? If you got matter control, is the Molecule Man a master martial artist? Doesn't need to be. He can control freaking matter.
He can also just make himself a master martial artist. I'd trade all of that if I'm Molecule Man. Like, I didn't know Molecule Man was on the table. If Molecule Man was on the table,
here's the
it's
thing.
the abilities.
Here's the thing. This is your last set. You wanted to, you could take that entire set, but then you'd have to drop one of the ones you had.
Oh, okay, fine. Bye, magic.
Okay.
Really don't need it.
Okay, matter control, entire set. Now, what kind of character is that? Is he good? Is he evil? Is he a hero? Is he an anti-hero? Does he not even
I'm big
give
on
a crap?
heroes. I'm big on heroes. He's got to be a hero. I'm also I'm also kind of tired of the whole supervillains are right thing, and it's all about the cynicism. And
you say what? Super villains are white?
No, right, not white, but I mean.
Oh, I'm about to say, I've been in hell. Hey. No, they ain't.
Wait, who is that?
That is actually Cagliostro from Spawn after he had drawn enough power from Hell Spawns.
Oh,
he actually revealed a rather dark agenda.
Yeah.
Listen, he
got action figures. Hey, do you see the resemblance?
Yeah, they be biting your guys' faces for characters.
Yeah. So. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm. Yeah.
What would we call this character?
What would be his name? Yeesh.
Matter Master. Moleculus.
Captain. Moleculus is a good one. I'm feeling like a Captain something. Captain Matterman? Nah, that sounds way too. That sounds.
How about this? God Hand.
Ooh.
How about this one? Because I like this one. It's kind of fresh. Ain't got to change nothing. And I don't think no superhero got a name like that out there like that. Sometimes, Mike Tomlin, my coach. Sometimes we make the easy hard. We complicate stuff. Buckmeister.
I take it.
Okay.
It's your character. It's your character.
Paul Martin brought up an interesting question. If you're going to have an OP hero and he's Earth-based, he has to live on a world with villains that are dangerous AF. Now, think about it. These are all the powers he has. So his weakness will probably be something like somebody getting close enough to him to sock him upside his head.
Yeah. He'd have human physiology. Like, if you manage to get a bullet off, he's dead.
Or change that bullet into styrofoam.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, the thing is, would he have the reaction time to be like, oh, I gotta change this?
How do you activate your power?
He'd have to think about it. Like,
how fast can he think?
Yeah. I mean, that's where it becomes dicey, because
DC would argue that the speed of thought is not as fast as the Flash, but
I don't know. They're inconsistent as hell. Like, especially like across other media.
Don't kill the messenger.
No, I mean that's kind of like, I mean, that's why, like, just personally, I don't like creating like OP superheroes like that, because it opens too many questions. Like, the Flash got shot by a bullet. I was like, how, Sway?
Paul Martin got another question. Can he only use them one at a time like Ultra Boy?
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Are you familiar with Ultra Boy?
I'm not familiar with Ultra Boy, but that's a good restriction.
In the Legion of Superheroes in DC.
Oh, is that where he's from?
There's a superhero. Okay. Now his real name is what's funny. His real name, Joe Nah. Jonah. Joe Nah. And he has the ability to duplicate a number of superhuman powers like flight, invulnerability, super strength, heat vision. But there's a catch. He can only use one power.
One power. Watch this. Or does he need a device like Dial H for Hero? Does he need a watch first before he can use his ability?
Are your powers internal or external? And what is that external component?
No, they'd be internal. External, like, yeah. As soon as the watch is lost, then dude's a regular dude. Nah, I'm not feeling that. But yeah, definitely be able to use one at a time. I would definitely tie it to like maybe his like mind or something. Like if he tries to use too many powers at once, he'll go crazy, or he'll fry his nerves or sciatic nerves or something like that. Like something.
He said his sciatic nerve.
That's exactly what he said.
Oh, my back. I use my power too much. Oh, my back.
Something.
Okay. Like, okay. So that Buckmeister. That there Buckmeister.
Yeah, there we go. Buckmeister. Yeah.
I like that name.
If you would like, I can send that creative process to you, and maybe you could use that when you're trying to create a character.
Oh no, thank you. That would be helpful.
Not a problem, sir. That's what I do. Now, real quick, what's your favorite kind of music?
My favorite kind of music, hip hop. Big hip hop head here in South Africa. That's what I grew up on.
American hip hop or South African?
All forms. Like I listen, because I even listen to some like Brazilian hip hop. I don't know what they say. All I know is like, yo, this guy is spitting. I don't know what he's talking about, but he means what he's saying. But mostly American. Like I can't choose because like South African hip hop, we do it a little bit differently. But like, yeah, I grew up on Wu-Tang. I even grew up on Fresh Prince, low key.
They grew up on Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
That's all right now. You saying something now.
Who's your favorite rapper in Wu-Tang?
I hate that question.
I don't, because I can tell you right away.
No, because
to me, it's obvious who the best rapper is in Wu-Tang.
The best? All 8 of them? Because
they'll even tell you he's the best.
Are we talking about Jizza?
Yep. Yep. Sure.
Come on, be real. Obama comically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these mockeries, lyrically perform armed robbery, flee with the lollery, possibly they spotted me.
He running a close second.
Okay.
Inspect the deck is right behind him.
Okay.
When does Inspect the Deck kick off a verse and it ain't fire?
Yeah. Okay. No. But you're right. I gotta go Jizza, because Liquid Swords was amazing.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, and the Mystery Chest Box.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go Jizza, but it was.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna let him have that. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, you was waiting for him to say Method Man.
But I love Method Man. METHOD, man. No, you guys don't understand. I used to bump 36 Chambers all the time.
Like,
I love that album.
No, you don't understand. We had the video game Wu-Tang Clan Def Jam Fight Night. We had that. You don't understand.
Oh my god. That game was good. That game was good.
They
Like,
need
it
to
played pretty
remake
well.
that and don't do no mumble rappers.
Nah.
No. You know what? If you remake that for the PlayStation 5. Don't remake that. Remake that first. That.
See now, Kamoyo say Jizza all day. Steezel say meth.
Ooh, okay.
Ghost,
Okay.
Chef, Jizza, Deck are equally dope to me.
No, I love Ghostface Killer. I love Ghostface Killer. I think Jizza. I think
him and Raekwon, they mesh real well together because they on the same tip.
No, but I think just because of his solo album, I'd have to go Jizza. Like Liquid Swords was perfect front to back. So
okay, all right, okay. So who's your top 5?
my top 5. Ooh, okay. Again, another question I hate, but anyway, let me see. I'm gonna go. MF Doom is number 1.
Ooh, I like that. Rest in power.
Oh, Mad Villainy, Foods,
Absolutely.
Doom, yeah. Because listening to that guy is like listening to a comic book. It was like my mind was just like.
I can tell just by your picks, you like lyrics. you like cats that got bars, cats that can spit. But I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, I mean I rap myself, so like that's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you guys heard my anti-recast diss track thing going on, so yeah, I love rap like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the other 4?
Who's the other 4? Okay, number 2. Okay, Lupe Fiasco is going to be number 2.
Ooh, how eclectic.
Number 3 is going to be Rakim.
Okay, you have won my respect.
Number 4. Okay, number 4 is going to be. This is where it gets tough. Number 4 is going to be Absol. I'm going to say Absol.
Ooh, another eclectic choice.
And then number 5. Oh, sorry about that. And then number 5 is going to be Eminem.
Okay, that is yours is by far one of the most. You hit me with more names than I was expecting to hear. So you are definitely a connoisseur. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. You younger than us. I'm just gonna say it like that, and So we don't be, it's nice.
But he put some Rakim in there. He
refreshing.
He showed some old school love.
It's refreshing to hear somebody of his status talk the way he does. It's hopeful.
Rakim, KRS-One or Public Enemy would have filled that slot for me. Either he could have said either of those 3, and I'd have been like, all right, respect.
I mean, Nas is number 6, and KRS would be number 7. I love KRS.
Did you say Nas?
Yeah.
I
love Nas.
There's hope for our future. Thank you.
He said Nas. And I would urge you, just so you could listen to somebody with some variety as well as some unique words, is E40.
Oh, I love E40. Tell me where to go.
I would suggest that you listen to some of the older stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like
I don't know his older stuff.
Like In a Major Way. You listen to that whole thing in a major way. Players Ball. Was it The Element of Surprise?
Okay.
And the one that's got rules and regulations on it. These are the things you need to know, the rules and regulations. I want to say that's Charlie Hustle. That's it. Charlie Hustle album. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
back. I'll go back. I'll go
Rock
back.
that 40 water. Rock that 40 water. Yeah. And he's an entrepreneur. I like that. I like that about him. So now, Buck, I also have another little game that I want to play with you. Okay. Now, I call this one Feast or Famine.
Feast or famine. Okay.
Feast or famine. Now, feast or famine is exactly what it means. In a given situation, in a given scenario, is the individual in this scenario gonna feast, or is there gonna be famine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
T'Challa
Mm.
in a room
Mm-hmm.
with Iron Fist, Shang-Chi,
Mm-hmm.
and Wolverine. Standard encounter.
He fighting all three?
Standard encounter. Feast or famine.
Okay. He bodies Wolverine. He bodies Iron Fist. Shang is when it's gonna get tricky.
Okay.
I want to add something to it.
Okay.
You should be able to tell us why.
Yes, you
Oh, okay.
should.
All right. Well, standard encounter, it means that T'Challa will have Antarctic vibranium on him. So if he just takes off Logan's head, Logan ain't healing because he doesn't have a brain to heal anymore. Shang, I've seen. I mean, Iron Fist. I've seen him body Iron. If you read Christopher Priest, he basically beat Iron Fist while holding back while Iron Fist was bloodlusted. So if T'Challa wants to take out Iron Fist, he taking Iron Fist out.
I call that
Shang.
outsmarting, but go ahead.
No, I mean, like the thing is, like it wasn't just outsmarting though. Like he was also like Iron Fist was out to kill him, and T'Challa
Well,
was
he
Wing
didn't kill
Chunning.
it, but he sure gave his ass an aneurysm.
T'Challa still wanted to fight. He was still last man standing.
Okay. All right. It was a Pyrrhic victory, but go ahead.
Victory is victory, Chief. Like in the
Got you.
in the hand-to-hand feats, that counts. Sorry, Iron Fist fans. Let's see. Shang is where it might get tricky, but no, T'Challa's standard gear. Yeah, I think he feasts. T'Challa's like standard gear. Like that stuff has been strong enough to take punches from the Hulk and whatever. And like Shang with all the kung fu, he ain't hitting as hard as the Hulk. So T'Challa got it.
Well, now bear in mind, he is the master of kung fu. That he does not have to hit hard. He just has to hit precisely.
Yeah, but I feel like T'Challa would know that. Plus, T'Challa's a master of shadow combat. Or no, he created shadow combat. So I feel like he'd be able to counter like Shang's preciseness. I think Shang would be the hardest in the room, but I think shadow combat.
Theo, you have words?
First of all, I'm T'Challa. I have anti-vibranium in my claws. I'm just going to unsheathe them and start wrecking havoc with your physiology off the rip. I ain't even touched you. And yeah, you can beat Iron Fist. And I get it. You got the chi, but I can summon the spirit of Bashinga at a whim. I ain't got to get close to you to do all that other stuff. Other than that, the rest of y'all taking a dirt nap. Real easy. And I ain't even got up on you to do it. I'm going to holler at y'all.
Like if we talking no gear, that's where it gets tricky. But like T'Challa standard gear and magic powers and the King of the Dead, and I feel like he feasts easy.
You got to be where it was. This other dude got his chi. I got to be the King of the Dead. And this other dude sitting over here with the 10 rings. I got my king. I'm the King of the Dead. So yeah, and y'all gonna all be dead. Ha ha. I'm a holler at
you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You've heard of Imperiex, right? Over in DC.
No. This is Can you break down who that is?
Imperiex is basically the DC version, for all intents and purposes, the DC version of Galactus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Imperiex versus Blue Marble. Is Blue Marble is it feast or famine for Blue Marble?
If he's like a Galactus type person, and I love Blue Marble.
I would say theoretically, most people would say, well, shit, if Superman beat him, then Blue Marble could beat him too.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, actually, yeah. If that's the case, they're Blue Marble. Because unlike Superman, Blue Marble's powers actually make sense to me. And like the other thing is like if he's like a cosmic being, or he like low key can be a cosmic being, and he can absorb energy. I feel like he could absorb enough energy to take out somebody like Galactus. So yeah, no, feast for Blue Marble until I see otherwise. Feast for Blue Marble. And also, there's an inherent bias. I'm just gonna say that right now. So,
somebody gotta tell me what.
Somebody
gotta tell me why folks running up on Blue Marble anyway. Don't we sit up here and say this dude powers are based off the negative zone antimatter energy?
Yeah, but Imperiex don't know nothing about that.
I'm just saying, like, but no, we sit up here and we act like in both DC and Marvel, antimatter is all that and then some. Like, I saw the antimatter.
Everybody ain't versed in science.
Monitor just dirt now everybody from the matter universe. So antimatter over in DC is more powerful than positive matter. That's where they be acting. And what they doing the same whole damn negative. I don't know why Blue Marble ain't like when he show up, that should be it.
No, like easily to me, like that, like that's why I'm just like, where is his mini at least? Give me a
Paul Martin just gave me an idea. Bloodlusted Silver Surfer versus Blue Marble.
Yeah.
Feast or famine for Norrin Rad.
I mean, no, I gotta. You talking about the dude that's powered by one of the
Yeah, he's powered by the power cosmic.
Yeah, like that's one of the units.
I like how everybody's conversation changed. Oh, wait a minute now.
Why you giving the black dude so much? Why you giving the black dude so much struggle, bro?
Because I like to make people think the struggle be real.
That's a real struggle.
Don't it be?
That's a real struggle.
Jeez, that is a long fight to freedom.
That's a struggle for real, and I don't even know why we're doing my dog like that.
Well, I gotta go Silver Surfer because of the power.
What we say about him and his character, we want him to be able to have a challenge. If you're gonna be the hero, give the hero a challenge. And for somebody who done one shot at the Hulk and beat the crap out of Hyperion and solo the Avengers, you need a challenge.
You know what? I started to say something, but I realized what I was about to say could possibly get me beat up down the road because I was about to use a boxing reference, and them boxers are still very much alive. So I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
No, I think I gotta go. So, I'm not a fan of Silver Surfer, but just what I've seen the Power Cosmic do. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go Silver Surfer on this one. Reluctantly, I feel like there's instances where Blue Marble could beat him. I feel like there is, but I think overall it's gotta go Surfer.
Okay.
So famine. Famine.
How'd I do that?
Don't buy this action figure.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to.
Oh man. Shout out to
Kamoyo, to answer your question, Imperiex wields the primordial energy that created the Big Bang. Does that answer your question? So yeah,
I still feel like Blue Marble got him though.
Okay, I mean, if we feel like quantum triumphs overall, okay. Well, do we think Icon could beat Hyperion?
I mean,
you know what?
He's relative to Superman, so what? I think yeah.
Because for all intents and purposes, Hyperion is Superman.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Then Icon got him.
you know what I don't like? We've actually done more to develop Hyperion in so many ways than we've done with either Icon or Adam Brashear to even have that conversation the way we should. We've actually done more to develop Omni-Man and damn Homelander than them damn two characters, because I think we don't want to say, oh, this brother over here can whoop that dude's ass. We comfortable saying them they can fight. They can fight. But we don't want them other characters in that conversation because we don't want somebody in their feelings because these characters didn't whoop somebody because they ain't got to whoop every character. Oh, no, you don't want them characters to whoop none of them characters. None of them. And that's why I say
Blue Marvel would dog walk Omni-Man. It would not even be a contest. He'd bully that dude.
The fact that he's sitting up here.
Man, yeah, these folks, man. Okay. No disrespect to the Invincible crowd. I like Invincible. I like Invincible a lot. However, Omni-Man, in my opinion, and this is just me, I feel like Omni-Man is probably one of the weakest iterations of a Superman. Just because he's ripping people in half and tearing people to shreds, the only people he tearing to shreds is humans and Viltrumites.
That's it.
Is there anybody else that he's tearing and shredding to pieces, or is he just catching hell from Viltrumites?
Nope.
Right, yeah. Okay, you got a good left hook,
something like that. Or
like,
the
okay,
rider.
he can throw a punch.
Right.
Okay, fine. Like this is where I'm like, I don't think you guys read enough comic books, because if you think that Viltrumites are the ceiling for powers, please.
It's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that think that, but I was in a full out debate in my comment section with some folks talking about, oh, Viltrumites will do this and Viltrumites will do that, and I'm like, bruh, if we being honest, Claw could take out Viltrumites.
I don't know if you guys ever watched anime by any chance.
Ain't Claw the master of sound?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, if you read the Invincible comic, didn't what's his face Mark on the, why am I forgetting his name now? The Nick Fury of Invincible, Cecil. There we go. I don't know why I blanked. Yeah, didn't Cecil just use like a sound device and then Mark was on the ground? Like, what are we talking about? And then also, like, I don't know if you guys ever seen Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Some of these characters can blow up planets.
Yeah,
they can blow up like planets. So I've never seen a Viltrumite blow up a planet. Like, yeah, it's a good show. It doesn't mean that. Like, this is the conundrum with Batman. Because Batman has good cartoons and good movies, people think he can whoop everybody's ass.
Okay, I got one more for you, and let's see if we're paying attention.
Okay, cool.
Space Ghost or John Stewart?
Okay, I know of Space Ghost. I haven't read or watched enough Space Ghost, but I know that he's got like a lot of powers.
There's a series currently running from Dynamite by David Pepose and Jonathan Lau. Pick that up, it's fire.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. But I gotta go John Stewart because he's a Green Lantern, and like Green Lanterns, like they've been able to like at some point control space and time through the ring and the will and all of that stuff, something like that.
Is Space Ghost gonna give him that much of a fight where he gonna have to try to control space and time to beat him?
Well, I'm just saying.
I think you give Space Ghost too much credit. I mean, I like Space Ghost. I'm a Space Ghost fan, but I don't think you're gonna have to call on the power of the time and space to slow Space Ghost down. Also, footnote: Space Ghost and a Green Lantern have actually fought, and it's documented in a comic book. But it was Hal Jordan. It wasn't John Stewart. And we know when you're going up against John Stewart, that's a whole different animal than when you fight Hal Jordan.
Yeah, because
then Stewart got it.
Yeah, because John ain't even got to be up on you. First of all, let me just go. John is a Marine Corps sniper. He ain't even got to be in the same galaxy you in to get you Ghost. That's canon. That's canon. Then they say he the builder. This dude low key don't even need a Green Lantern ring no more. He is the ring.
Wait, hang on a second. Paul Martin said, I have been reading DC since the Nixon administration, and I still don't know if the GLs can convert the ring's power into upper level super strength.
They don't have to though. They can like build something that would house the strength for them. Like I know Kyle Rayner has.
Yeah.
I know Kyle Rayner made like a transformer.
Well, now, if they already had super strength, like my man, God, his name's escaping me. The Daxamite. That's a Green Lantern. He fought Superboy Prime.
It didn't go right. God.
Now I think that's because he's a Daxamite and not necessarily because he's a Green Lantern.
He was a Daxamite that had green. No, let me rephrase that.
He was a Daxamite Green Lantern, or is a Daxamite Green Lantern.
You know
I
what?
did a video on him. I can't remember his name.
You know what? Here was the thing. He'd have been stronger than Superboy Prime if the Green Lantern ring wasn't working on keeping him from dying from lead poison. Because remember, he got impaled on some lead rods.
Yeah.
So the strongest Green Lantern would be either a Kryptonian or a Daxamite. That's what that would be. So
he's definitely the most physically strongest.
Right. I think.
But I'm saying, like, doesn't the ring allow you to construct something that would be able to withstand stuff like that? Like that's how I understand the Green Lantern.
The ring is limited to your imagination.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, if I made,
we're talking. I guess what he's talking about is Green Lantern being able to run up on like Lobo or Superman and go toe to toe with him, punch for punch.
No, you don't need to do that.
Well, I mean, this is what I'm working within the framework of what he's saying.
I'm not advising that because it's gonna go. Wait, here we go. Great question. I got the perfect answer for you. Remember that DC animated movie, War? Remember they were running up on Darkseid?
Right.
You remember when Hal Jordan ran up on Darkseid, but he got too close?
Damn.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm not even like, I wasn't even a Hal Jordan fan, and I was like, yo, that is some disrespect.
Now, here's where I had issue with that. Ain't wanted to, or did they remove that power from the rings?
What?
There's when you're wearing the ring, it protects you from mortal harm.
No. It's that's there, but I think the way that they were constructing it now, the ring is supposed to protect you from mortal injury. So let's say, I'm a Green Lantern. I should be able to take a beat down from some regular folk. The parademons in Darkseid ain't them not regular people. So you needed to tell the ring to do more than what it was doing. You never got that opportunity to tell the ring to do more because you got too close. Because Hal cocky. No. Yeah.
You gonna jump up and get in front of this dude and just start trying to throw punches. All the stuff you could. Why didn't he ring sling? He could have ring sling. Ring sling always hurt.
I was just like, yo, y'all just had to embarrass Hal like that. Like, Jesus.
Listen, I was laughing because I'm like, I'd have thought we'd have been past this because Bruce literally took your ring off while y'all was talking. Literally took it off while he was.
Now I like that. I mean, again, I'm not a big Superman fan. I didn't like the depiction of Superman in there, but like Superman for me has always been.
That was the exact depiction of Superman from the New 52.
Yeah, but I mean,
literally what he said when he ran up on what can you do? Because Superman was like, I think everybody out here is super, so I'm swinging like everybody's super. And Batman was like, oh shit.
Listen,
You know,
you didn't read the new 52 when it first dropped. You didn't read none of the comics when they first dropped. The new 52.
No, I read it. I read some of it. I read a lot of the
that was
Batman
a
stuff.
straight. That was almost a straight drop. That was almost a straight drop from that Justice League series.
Yeah.
This Clark wanted all the smoke. Like, no, let's get it. Like, no, I don't know nothing about all that. I'm trying to hit everybody.
Oh, y'all strong, huh? Oh, you strong. You hitting the mud with rings and things. All right, that mean I ain't got the whole back, you know? Like, oh, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Oh, hey. And Batman tried to tell them they were pulling up. Hey, that alien in Metropolis and Green Lantern, not gonna be a problem for me. Got his ass bounced all over Metropolis.
I was like, yo, did Hal do something to you? Like, did Hal like replace your favorite character? Because the way you guys were animating him, he was just getting washed.
My man was like chains, you know.
First, I'm going back watching that. Chains. I'm gonna go watch that as soon as this live is over with. That's what I'm gonna do because I want to laugh. And second of all, can I just say, I kind of missed that version of Clark. I liked him because to me, it's like, okay, hold on. I'm Clark. Like, I get it. I'm nice, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody and everything like that. But I'm swole. Bruce, Clark ain't just Clark take his shirt off. He Mr. Sexy Flexy. He got black hair with blue eyes. Like, there's and you know who you are. There's supposed to be realistically some confidence there. Some it's just like, all right, hey, don't get hurt. Don't this L7 square thing they got going on with, bro, you come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, but they even say so, you know. I mean, in many different formats. Clark Kent isn't the real person. Kal-El
need to be that dude. Like, okay, what's good?
You know what I'm saying? And so he different. I have to act mousy and quiet so that you really don't know that I'm this cat who gonna open a can on your ass.
No, I'm not talking about him as Kal-El or Clark Kent. I'm talking about when I'm Superman. He acted more like, okay, I'm Superman.
Well, and that's what I mean. That's
the new 52 version than previous iterations of Superman. No, hey, don't get effed up. Like,
I'm gonna grab you by your throat till I figure out if you friend or foe. It's all
give me that one right now.
I'm 100. I was with it. I'm like, and then he was like, him and Wonder Woman was like,
yeah. Like, that made all the sense in the world. Like,
yeah, I remember that cover where they was both wrapped up in the magic lasso and they flying, kissing.
Yeah. R.I.P. Lois Lane.
Here we go. Okay, so Superman and Lois. I get it. I understand what we're trying to say. I do. But this dude literally work out every day. Forget him being just a Kryptonian. He work out every day. This ain't no small dude. He gonna automatically want a woman something like that. He not gonna want the frail female. No, he not. He gonna want it's a lifestyle. He gonna want the woman that can keep up. That's not Lois.
Are we not respecting the power of the pen there, Mr. Theo? The power of journalism?
Lois go to work and go home. Lois don't cross train. Lois don't go out hiking or nothing like that. That ain't what Lois do. Lois go to work. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is you got this dude he's in incredible shape, despite the fact that he's a Kryptonian. That ain't got no reason to do it while he look like that. No, the dude be in the gym like me. He be in the Fortress of Solitude, talk every day. Clark go to work and go to the Fortress of Solitude, and then he go fly. Right. That's what he do. Okay, well, that's a lifestyle. She ain't even with this dude like, no, man, stop that. Get bring back Diana.
So you would rather Diana and Clark be together?
So watch this. I don't want to say that. What I will say is this. Steve Trevor was in the army and wasn't good enough to keep up with Diana. And this dude was a whole ass person out there shooting folk. And he
New 52 Steve Trevor ran the Justice League.
Thank you. And even that wasn't good enough to keep up with Diana. But we supposed to believe that this reporter is keeping it good. No. Damn it. Lois gonna have to change jobs. Why Lois can't be running the Justice League? Steve Trevor ran the Justice League. Why? No, you're gonna have to up her up. You're gonna have to get Lois some more. What Bruce running around here with damn ninjas and damn super villainesses. That's what Bruce got. That's on Bruce level. Bruce want to go work out. Hey, Talia, what you doing?
Gray said, hold up. Gray said a Superman is gonna want some wonder.
Wait, here we go. The only reason why Barry is with Iris is because Barry be needing to slow his ass down. But who is Arthur with? Mirror. Okay, well, watch this. Can't believe this because it's literally the same damn name. Well, who is the other Arthur with? Dinah. Okay, well, damn it. Who Dick been with? I'm sorry, Richard. Barbara. Okay. All right. Well, who is Matt with? Electra. That makes sense. You know why Peter and Mary Jane don't work, and they trying to give her some damn superpowers, jackpot, to make it work. Because you got these dudes out here working. You got these dudes out here working around, and they mates don't make no damn sense. No, it's a lifestyle.
Man. I mean, Lois and Superbad had the most stable marriage out of all of them.
You said Lois Lane is a white Friday Foster. That's a good analogy. That's a very good analogy.
What he said?
Said Lois Lane is a white Friday Foster. You remember Friday Foster, Pam Grier?
Yeah.
She was a reporter. She was a reporter, a nosy ass black reporter. And she was not above sleeping with folks to get her story.
Can we get it where Lois can whoop some ass? Like it should be where Lois can whoop regular people.
The post crisis Lois kicked ass.
Yeah, like
I'm talking about now. They need to give me some stories where folks try Lois and Lois whoop ass, and she like, Clark, I don't really need you like that now.
Didn't Lois Lane have a whole comic book in the 50s?
You see how long ago you see where you just went? You said you went all the way back there. You went all the way back there.
I'm just trying to say she had her shine. She had her time.
She did.
Lois is to Superman what Monica Lynn was to Black Panther.
True. You
good till something superpower come along?
Can we ask Buck? No, Buck, can we ask you the question?
What's up?
Might be getting ready to start something right here. I know, folks.
We vibing.
All right, now. How you feel now? You recast the Charlie, you Black Panther and everything like that. You Wakanda. You feel what I'm saying? You right there in the motherland. You right there. You feel me? You right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we got this sister over here I think she from Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Right there from the motherland. They call her a goddess. She getting ready to show up in a comic book. As a matter of fact, that comic book out as the God. That they ain't saying the goddess. They going to the God. How you feel about them two right there, big dog? Like how you feeling about them being husband and wife, man and woman? How you having children? How you feel about that, man?
I love it. Oh my God, to throw for life. Like anybody who tells me,
talk to us about that, big dog. Talk to us about that.
Anybody who tells me it doesn't make sense, you don't read comic books. That's just what you're telling me right now, because everybody comes up with all of these things. Like the only thing that's getting in the way between T'Challa and Aurora right now is editorial and writers. That's it. Like their relationship just makes so much sense on paper and in execution, because people always go, oh, they only got married in the original Hudson run. Oh yeah, tell me you didn't read Christmas Tree. Tell me
solve that problem.
Yeah, I was like, tell me you didn't read Christopher Priest, all right? Tell me you didn't read the Chris Claremont issue where he mentioned T'Challa. Tell me you didn't read Marvel Team Up 100. Like
Joint the
these
Avengers,
characters just work. Like they work way too well. This business of T'Challa and Aurora don't work. I don't understand.
she joined the Avengers.
Yeah, I'm saying like
And
and
I
like
thought for sure, you know what I thought, Buck? I thought they were going to move T'Challa out of the Avengers, but they did
uh
it. They did it.
good,
They're moving Thor,
good,
and Aurora is taking the place of the god.
good.
So
Jeez.
so maybe this is the steps we're slowly moving toward. We got them on the same team, so
Yeah.
maybe we can move forward from there. This is a good step in the right direction.
Yes, like I'm so sick because I be arguing with X-Men fans all day, and they just be like, "No, she's from the X-Men," and I'm like, "So she can't be on two teams at once?" Wasn't Logan on like 9 teams at some stage? Wasn't he like Alpha Flight, Avenger? He was X-Men, then he was Shield. He might have been part of the
You
Powerpuff Girls. I don't know. Like that guy was everywhere.
you'd have thought Logan was cloned before we even got to the Krakoa era. He was in so many damn comic books at one damn time. It's like, man, stop the madness. Because they,
Hey,
to
It
your
was
point,
very
they did not say anything when Logan was on the Avengers with Luke Cage running that team. Nobody say nothing. Spider-Man was on that team. Spider-Woman was on that team. Ain't nobody say nothing. What it is this. You're a comic book fan. I think that's what it boiled down to. You're a comic book fan. And at the end of the day, you're not afraid to ask the tough questions. Because I keep hearing people say, and I want to get your take on it, when they say, folks say, well, editorial don't want them together, so we might as well just let them just stay apart. What's your take on that?
hell no.
Yeah,
You
real
want my
quick.
money? Give me what I want.
boom. Say that again for the people in the back, Buckmeister.
One more time. One more
You
time.
want my money, you give me what I want. Like when I go to McDonald's, I want a Big Mac. What the hell is this? What the hell is this Whopper?
What my man say? And that's the bottom line.
Now let me ask you this one, because I think everybody know you bleed, sweat, sleep, eat shit, recast the child. That is what that is. I want to get your take on this one right here. When people say to you, and I want to make sure I word this correctly, when people come to you and their take on T'Challa, the stories, do you hold the character responsible for how they're portrayed, or do you look at the writers and the editors?
No, I'm never. It's always writers and editorial. Like writers can do whatever they want. Like I always look at editorial. I always look at the writers, and I mean sometimes because I mean Marvel also like editorial's always been fishy. Like sometimes writers are just hatchet men. Like they like they get given a job. They just supposed to like Jason Aaron and Avengers versus X-Men. You can tell his heart was not in there. Like that, the way they were writing those characters, everybody across the board. Like Captain America, I know Captain America to have a conversation with somebody before he started throwing fists. He land there at X-Men HQ, and him and Cyclops immediately start boxing. And I was like, that's not how I know that dude. That's not how I know Steve Rogers. But okay. Yeah, we get to Aurora. Like Aurora would have been the first one to fly up to Namor as soon as he was about to flood Wakanda and just be like, "Oh, we doing this?" Like no, like she was just not gonna let, like she's just not gonna let Namor flood millions of innocent civilians and just like take that to the face. No, not the storm that I've read about.
Well,
So
being who you are, feeling how you doing everything like that. Do you feel like in the comics, at the very least, in the comics, because we can't say this across all forms of media, but do you feel like at the very least in the comics, there has been a pivot in in how T'Challa is portrayed? Like,
Uh, yeah, I would say around the Eve viewing era. Thank God. Like that's where I think the pivot took place. Around T'Challa himself specifically, not the world of Wakanda. I think there's still stuff that they need to work on there. But yeah, I think there has been a pivot. I think simply because it's not been enough of a pivot for me, in my opinion. I still think they need to do more. Whatever. I mean, but that's just me because I want to write for Black Panther anyway. But
Right, right.
yeah, I think there has been a pivot. There has been like finally it's, we've left the era of Voldemort at the very least. So yeah, I think on the comic book side, I just think they understand they can't get rid of T'Challa. Like they understand that without T'Challa, the Black Panther IP is dead in the water. I just wish that would transfer to the freaking movies and cartoons.
Now let
uh
me ask you this last question here, and I think my brother appreciate this, and I'm gonna step back and let him do what he been doing.
Okay.
Your age, me and my brother's age, we're in our 50s. You're what, 20s, 30s,
29.
29. Okay, well damn it, you look, you holding it down. You don't look it. You look in the 20s. So Daryl and I have experienced T'Challa as a king in Wakanda, out of Wakanda, not a king. We've experienced those stories. He's now an emperor.
Mm.
We know he's an emperor. Eve Ewing acknowledged that in her last issue. Those of y'all that aren't familiar with that, that did take place.
Yep.
Issue 10. You being who you are, your age being what it is, your love, your passion for T'Challa being what it is. Do you want him to go back to being just the king of Wakanda, or do you want him to continue being the emperor of Wakanda and see the intergalactic empire explore?
uh I think you can do both though. I think I think for one, the thing is right, and I think there's an issue with how Wakandans are getting depicted, and I think that kind of needs to be solved. Because I think what's happening is people go, "Oh, Wakandans are like this," or "Wakandans are like that," and I think for me, being as a person from Africa and a continent, I think there's like a certain stigma and a stink to like because for a lot of people, Wakanda is their introduction into Africa. So if they're just constantly dumping on T'Challa, it's just like, man, let's just leave Wakanda alone. And it's just like, don't want to do that. So I kind of want them to fix because the thing is, his relationship with Wakanda was great until I don't know what happened. They sidestep left, and now all of a sudden, Wakandans are telling the king to go f himself. Like treason, sir, treason much. So yeah, I kind of want that fixed, but I do want to explore the intergalactic empire. I think there's so many stories that you can tell. I'm actually writing a story myself depending on where they kind of end up with T'Challa, if I ever where I pick him up, where I pick up if I get to pick up or whatever. Like if you guys support the fan comic and maybe Marvel sees it and they like what I'm doing, maybe they'll hit your boy up. You know, who knows? But I was like writing a story where I wanted to reference Kaver from what's this when the scrolls pulled up to Wakanda, see Wakanda and die. I wanted to write a story where like basically the son of that scroll is like terrorizing one of the planets under the intergalactic empire in order to lure T'Challa out, and then T'Challa has to go there and fix the situation or whatever, and then basically endear himself to those people and build a relationship with those people, showing like his kingly qualities within that story. So I definitely think exploring the intergalactic empire, there's so much stuff to mine there. So definitely don't let that stuff go. But I do want to fix his relationship with Wakanda. I do want it to go back to kind of where it was, so that when he leaves Wakanda, he's leaving on a good foot.
So
Not
let me implore this upon you, because you said stigma. T'Challa is the person that should be the one to how can I put it, reverse what that stigma is, be the symbol of what a great emperor is. When we
mm,
say go back to Wakanda, him being the galactic emperor would not be him leaving Wakanda if it's written right. He should be able to do both, because Wakanda Prime would be him covering the galaxy. Wakanda Earth would be him covering Wakanda. And as we've seen, contrary to what the other person did, the transportation between Wakanda Prime and Wakanda is like that. Then being a Wakanda fan, Black Panther fan, Jonathan Mayberry fan, shadow physics. He ain't never someplace where he can't be someplace like that. So the reason
No, but that's
why
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The reason why I asked that question though is because, as my brother D Real says, sometimes it's us. We get in our own way, and I think we look at heroes. Shout out to Mr. Smith. He's talked about it before. We've never had us in space since we've been comic book fans. We only got one of us. That's Fastos, and we saw how that got portrayed in the MCU. So it ain't but one of us out there. This allows us, with it making sense, because I still want to know what happened to X-Men Red, Mars. Never mind, that's a whole different story. I don't even want to do that. But,
yeah, didn't they blow up Araco? I was
I don't
pissed.
want to talk about it. I'm in my feelings. I don't even want to have that. That's a whole
different I was so mad. I was like, Aurora's a whole emperor, and you blow up her planet? Man, you X-Men fans is whack. I'm sorry. What?
No, the fact that I'm sitting up here is I had to listen. Somebody, we don't have any. What was the word? Variable.
Variant.
Viable.
X-Men, Black X-Men.
Black X-Men. Oh my God.
I don't. Boy, look. Hey, CB. Oh, you. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm not. I'm gonna come back.
I'm just saying, like, Araco was like the perfect place to do like Black Planet X-Men.
You get me in my feelings. I'm trying.
Sorry. My bad.
Question for you, Buck. Do you think, assuming the MCU survives, you'll see a live action T'Challa in the MCU before you turn 40? And I don't mean Toussaint.
If they don't do it, I will.
Ooh. Did the dude
hard
really say
from hard man?
Did the dude really? I'm sorry, y'all. This your fault, but did the dude really say we ain't have no Black X-Men worthy to bring along? Like I'm paraphrasing here, but was he literally quoted saying something like that, something similar to that? Like basically,
I hold to my theory that the vast majority of writers do not know how to long-term write Black characters or characters of color.
Okay, then yeah,
there's a handful. There's a handful, and I can count them on one hand.
Then I need to get in there because it can't be that difficult. I'm sorry. No.
Well,
no.
I'm not talking about the Black writers who write their own stuff. You know, like folks at Godhood and Concrete and Advent Comics, these people who have their own. I'm talking about like at the big two.
Yeah, I'm saying like at the big two, like because my thing is, right, whenever somebody says we should make our own, I'm like, I get that, cool, but like I don't want to see these characters go away. I don't want to see like Luke Cage disappear because he's not being utilized. I don't want to see like I don't want to see Monica Rambeau just disappear into the ether because they're not using her as a character. I'm like, no, these characters mean something. Like, it should not be that hard to utilize them in stories and give them stories.
Yeah, they just canceled another Carol Danvers Captain Marvel title. Why don't we give Monica a try? Give her name back.
I'm a fan of Photon. I think I'd like, or Spectrum. Like I'd really like a Spectrum title.
You wouldn't want her back as Captain Marvel?
You know why?
Why can't Carol Danvers go back to calling herself Warbird?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because he don't know her like that. It's not his fault. He don't know her like that. Ain't nobody pumped her like that. Ain't nobody talked about her like that. Thus, he ain't attached to her like that.
As long as he's known her, she's always been Captain
Marvel. Ain't his fault. Now, if I say to him, which should be enough to lock in, but she was the first female Captain Marvel. Carol was around when Monica was created. The editors, the creators at Marvel, they was alive. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. their decision was not to give that to Carol Danvers. They easily could have. She was walking around as Miss Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. No, they said, let's create a brand new character. And she wasn't just the female version of Marvel. That ain't what they did. When folks talk about, oh, give us original character, give us something original, don't make it just the female version of this or the black version of that. Oh, no. The only thing she had in common with him was the name Captain Marvel. Now, we sit up here and watch this, and Kazuko Slevin would call this cognitive dissonance. How many Flashes run around in Central City?
That's too many.
How many Spider-Man swinging around in New York?
More than one.
How many Supermans flying around in Metropolis?
In Metropolis? One.
Nope, because his son, Jonathan.
That's
Superman too.
But
I'm just keeping it a buck.
Yeah,
okay, hold on.
Technicality. I stand corrected.
How many Batman we got in DC? It ain't just one. It's a whole brother running around here calling himself Batman. So we can sit up here, and the reason why I did not mention the Green Lanterns, because that's a police force. That's why I didn't mention that. Some people get stuck on stupid with that. That's why I didn't mention that. But we've got it where there are characters out here that are sharing the same name. So why is it this? Why isn't it good enough when, truth be told, the only reason why her name was switched away was for a damn technicality? That's what that is. Technicality. We want to see if we can get that Marvel synergy again if we give it to his son. No, nobody wanted that. We want to see if we can get that Marvel synergy by giving it to Carol. It's a reason why ain't nobody accepted Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that because that's Monica's title. It's either Monica's title or it's Marvel's title. It ain't Carol's.
Warbird's a better name. Warbird is more appropriate.
Well, if they switch it around, whatever, give Monica something. Give Monica something. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not, because I consider you to be an intelligent brother. I consider you to be one of the most open-minded young brothers out there, point blank, period. So when I say certain things, I just want you to be like, damn, wait a minute. They do have a whole bunch of characters running around with the same damn name. Why can't Monica do this? Because that's what people would do. They'll sit up here and say that stuff where she's never done anything significant. Monica's most significant stories are her as Captain Marvel. Carol's most significant stories aren't her as Captain Marvel, unless we're going to sit up here and talk about, watch this, Civil War II. And ain't nobody talking about Civil War II. That was god awful.
Everybody hated Civil War II.
T'Challa was dope. T'Challa was dope.
I ain't talking about T'Challa. I'm talking about Civil War II.
Nobody liked that storyline.
Civil War II was some damn trash.
Carol's most significant storylines, Demon in a Bottle. That's hers, Warbird. Binary, when she was a member of the X-Men. And Miss Marvel, when she got her power stolen from her by Rogue. That's it. That's it. It was never her as, and that whole trying to make her this masculine super. No, that's not working either. That ain't how folks view Carol. That ain't how Carol came in. Carol was not that character that wanted to be Miss Independent. I own a newspaper magazine, but I ain't trying to replace no man. Carol embraces her femininity. She embraces her curves. Daryl, stop me if and when I'm wrong. Carol Danvers is the more intelligent version of Power Girl.
Okay, or when we say embracing her femininity,
she's not ashamed of how she looked.
Okay. Because I was thinking like back in the Miss Marvel days, because you had mentioned her.
I'm just saying, like,
I feel like it was the 70s. It was like mid-70s.
She ain't never been that one where I got to totally cover the hell up. She ain't never been that one where I got.
Yeah, because she's always been a women's liber.
Right.
that's how the character was depicted in the 70s. You know, I remember like when the first time she teamed up with the Avengers and they were fighting Tyrak, the Atlantean, and a bunch of Avengers were disappearing. And eventually we find out it was the Collector trying to collect them to keep Korvac from killing them or whatever. And Wonder Man was trying to like be a gentleman and I got this and blah blah blah. And she like, hey, dude, I don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? You need to grow up and learn. You know, women can, do stuff too. And to his credit though, he had been in suspended animation for a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, like, that's it. This hardcore drill instructor type female, that ain't nobody going for that because that ain't Carol. Carol is that woman like, nah, I got it. But that's about it. She ain't beating you upside the head with I am woman, hear me roar and everything like that. No, I got this. I got it.
Well, I mean, anyway, they keep trying with her. So I mean, just give some of that to Monica. Like that's
all I was saying.
That's all we saying.
She's had 4 volumes, right? And ain't none of them got past issue 50. Give Monica a chance.
Adam Brashear, Jericho Drum. Like
Dr. Voodoo, like that's the other thing. Like for me, right? Because part of the thing that I'm also going to be doing with this thing, if it goes as long as I think it's going to go, I don't know. We'll see. Like part of the thing is I was also thinking about writing like what's this? Kind of like a Midnight Suns type of thing with T'Challa, Jericho, and Blade, and like they're hunting like monsters in the African outback or whatever. Basically, like it was gonna kind of be like I think Jakaro was gonna be like the villain of the piece or something like that, and he was like gonna be like using like supernatural monsters, and maybe he'd like team up with like King Cadaver or something like that. Like I was thinking that like, start doing more of these like team up books where, like have these characters like show up more often and all of that stuff. Cause like somebody was always telling me like, I was having a conversation on not a conversation, a debate. Cause I never have conversations on X. Like they were just like, oh, so you just want the black characters to keep like showing up in Black Panther books or whatever the case is. And I'm just like, well, I mean, if you have like 3 titles running at the same time, which is something that they've done a lot. Look at Spider-Man. I mean, we had Sensational, we had Spectacular, we had Friendly Neighborhood, we had Amazing, and then there was the Ultimate series. Now there's the new Ultimate series. We have 5 books running at the same time. I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to give T'Challa at least 3 titles, and one of them titles be a team-up book. Like Agents of Wakanda or something like that. Like you can't tell me that's not hard to do. But the point being is that giving these characters more panel time, giving these characters more shine, just getting these characters out in people's faces, that's what they need. Like nobody can be famous if we don't see them. Like what's this business of how they like Spider-Man is only Peter Parker is only Peter Parker because they kept making stuff. He wasn't balling in the 60s. He wasn't like Stan Lee almost scrapped the idea. He said that he just had to get it out of his head because he thought it was going to fail. And boom, it's Spider-Man. And they kept making stuff for Spider-Man. So let's do that. Just try something. Just try it. Like you can't like.
Well, Buck, I'll tell you this. The best way to make a character, quote unquote, A-list is exposure. And exposure in more than one medium. Give you an example. Batman. When Batman started out, Batman was only in one medium. Comics. In 1939. By the early 1940s, Batman was already in serials. Like, episodic serials, black and white. Batman had movies. And then by the 60s, a television show. And then Batman was in mad cartoons. Batman had his own cartoon. Batman was showing up in Superman's cartoon. Batman was showing up in the Super Friends. You know what I'm saying? And then Batman had an animated series. You see what I'm saying? And all this time while we're getting all of this, cartoons, movies, all of this, you still got that comic book running. All 85, 90 years, whatever it is. That is why.
And not even just like one comic. It was like Detective Comic.
Let me finish. It wouldn't matter what Batman did, who Batman was. The exposure is what has made Batman what it is today. Same thing with Superman. The exposure. Superman and Batman have had the most exposure of any superheroes ever. I will give credit to Superman because Superman was arguably the first costume superhero. Okay, he deserves that exposure. Batman, questionable. And people just ate it up. Oh, he's an everyman. Oh, he's just a regular guy and he's kicking everybody's ass. Exposure. They continued to expose him. Same thing with Spider-Man. Continued to expose him. Continued to, just like what you're saying. So exposure is what T'Challa needs to become A-list. He needs to be in more than one medium to become A-list. Consistently in more than one medium.
So here's how you look at that. Now, this is just me. You're doing your digital comic, right?
Yeah.
And you promote heavily the character on social media. Promote the character heavily on social media. So that's what you do. Those that want what you want, they have to share what you do, because that adds more light to the character. Not just, so it ain't just the light that's coming from the MCU. That's kind of dull right now, not turned off completely. You got the comics, you know what I'm saying? They making it do what it do. I ain't mad at that. We getting ready to get Predator versus Black Panther. I'm here for that. Listen, make it do what it do. You got the action figures, that merch. Oh, I'm expecting another Black Panther action figure. We might be getting ready to get the Dr. Eve Ewing version soon. Because that's how that's going. Oh, we just got an Aurora action figure. Okay, you just gave me a Luke Cage action figure. All right. Oh, well, I know what that's like. Oh, it's gonna be another T'Challa because that's all y'all go to. So you get that. People that are fans of this character have to consume the content that's coming in about this character, because what winds up happening is Marvel looks at it like this. They see how T'Challa trending, whether it's recast T'Challa or Black Panther over there on Twitter. Well, the numbers. You drop your content, everybody and their mama need to go look at it. Marvel like, well, damn, it's doing good over here. Somebody post a Black Panther video. Whatever Black Panther, Wakanda videos, because you made a great point. There should be more than one Black Panther comic book. That's a whole nation. And if we can get 5 or 6 comic books from a character that's in New York, that's a thing.
And Paul Martin, to your comment, I think T'Challa is A- lister right now. Priest brought him to B-list. The movie boosted his exposure. I will counter that by saying running comics. How long have T'Challa's runs lasted? Priest's run was the longest. And I believe Priest's run was just shy of about 75 issues.
62?
Huh?
62, wasn't it?
62. Well, shy of 70 issues is what I'm saying. That run ended before it got to 75 issues. What I'm saying. A consistent run, a notable run, at least 100. T'Challa has never had a consistent 100 issue run. That is what you need to be considered A-list. Anybody you consider A-list, you go for it. Name one. I guarantee you, anybody you consider A-list got a regular monthly comic.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, this could just be me, but I don't believe, like, somebody folks to say what they want to. I'm gonna be hard pressed to believe that nobody's been interested in this character since Christopher Priest did it. I don't believe that. What I believe is Marvel just stopped it. I don't because every time the character
It goes back to what I said earlier. They want somebody that they can control to write that book. And the people that they can control don't know how to write that book. The people that write that book the best, they won't give them a long run.
See, I
don't see no reason why Eve Ewing couldn't have had a longer run. I don't see no reason why Cheryl Eaton couldn't have had no. I don't even see how they couldn't have put Brian Hill on Black Panther and he had a run. They just don't know who to put. The only person acting like they don't.
The only person people consistently, universally complained about was only one writer. And how far are we going back? That's taking David Lynch into consideration. That's taking Jonathan Mayberry into consideration. So you had folks eating stuff up. They didn't eat up what Claws of the Panther, but they was eating up David Lynch's run while it was going on. Like this dude actually converted from Daredevil to Black Panther, and folks ate it up. Soon as what's my dog? Ta-Nehisi Coates come along. Oh, let me get that. Like it ain't like folks. It was one person of 15-issue run. So when I just sit back and I'm looking at Marvel like this. No, it ain't that character ain't in demand. That ain't what that is. That ain't what that is. Because
tell me you couldn't have took Priest's run and simply gave it to Reginald Hudlin. Why did you need to reboot it? That would have still been a consistent run. That would have put you over 100 issues. Because Hudlin's run was about 40 issues altogether, but Al Ewing took over at some point. But still, Al Ewing see Wakanda and die.
Watch this, Buck. Is not Cheryl Eaton basically continuing Eve Ewing's run?
Yes.
Why did that need to be? Because we didn't do that with Miles. Miles kept going.
You was the one said this is Black Panther 11.
Yeah, Miles kept because Miles kept his run going. Miles kept his legacy run going with his blood hunt tie-in. T'Challa had to stop his for what? For what? And like I said, don't let it be when I read Predator versus Black Panther, I come to the conclusion that that's in the current timeline. Oh, that's gonna be volume 12. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Mr. Martin, the Priest and the Hudlin run add up to 100 issues by themselves. If you take all of T'Challa's run, you'll have 200 plus issues.
Yeah, he's been running for, despite contrary to popular belief, he's been running since 1966, and people just like confused.
Well, if we talk about actual comic book runs with his name on the cover, 77, because the Kirby run kicked off 76, 77, so that's still well over 200 issues.
Yeah.
It's like. And we supposed to be vibing. We ain't even supposed to be this serious right now. But look. The reason why I was looking forward to this show, and I was like, okay, so this is the first night we really gonna really for real talk to show enough Black Panther fans. So this we can really get into some stuff. We ain't been able to get into trying to keep it light though. But I think everybody here is passionate about the character. So,
no doubt. But
no,
Buck, I just want to shift gears real quick. Perfect cinematic cast, in your opinion, one that has already been done, and an actor that you think could play a role, any character. It can be any character.
Perfect cast. Yeah, it's going to be controversial because it's basically going to be the same character. I think Chadwick Boseman was perfectly cast as T'Challa. I think he was perfectly cast as T'Challa. Like, and in South Africa, people were pissed. It was like, oh, an African king, but they have to choose a Black American actor. And I was like, have you guys seen this guy? Have you guys seen this guy act?
Tell them I said, don't do that. We be looking at people who supposed to be, but they be having some of the most British accents in the world. Snowfall. Tell them don't do that. Don't do. My daughter was shocked when she found out the dude that played Will Smith's son in Bad Boys was not actually Latino.
Mm.
So who's your perfect cast that you come up with?
For T'Challa, there's this guy called Bonko Koza. He's a local South African actor. He did a movie on Netflix called Heart of the Hunter. Please go check it out. It's a really dope action flick. Really dope. Like very, very standard, one man, but he's fantastic in it and all of that stuff. There are subtitles if in case you get lost, so don't worry about that. But yeah, Bonko Koza, Heart of the Hunter.
I watch subtitle stuff all the time. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, him as T'Challa. Like, if you just pull up a picture of him and you look at that guy, that is, in my mind, that's T'Challa. Like, a hardcore. He's instantly perfect casting. Like,
what about you, Theo?
I wanted to see him do it. The guy that played John Diggle on Arrow.
Yeah.
I want to see him do John Stewart. I really want to see that. David Ramsey, I think is his name.
Okay.
Want to see him do that. So an actor that I didn't even see doing that because I remember him being on the TV sitcom on NBC back in the day. So to see something like that, much like Cress Williams back in the day playing Black Lightning, I want to see him do that. I did. But now we're looking at current casting. I want to see Jonathan Majors do it. And he might not know much about John Stewart, but there have been so many character arcs where this character has been through some stuff that span the emotional rainbow. Like Jonathan Majors, if he thought he would have to go through some ranges to give us Kane, he would. John has lost a girlfriend, a significant other. He's been the cause of a planet blowing up. The dude has a military background, and he's an architect. His mom is suffering from dementia. He lost his sister at an earth. Like, there would be so many different levels that Jonathan Majors could explore that would, I honestly believe, written right, giving it to him, that's an Academy Award on the table.
Okay. You want to see mine?
Good. Well, we say the best for last, I'm thinking.
Okay. Now I thought about this long and hard, and this is what I came up with. Okay. This guy right here. See him? That guy right there. As him. Tell me that would not be a great ass movie.
You know what?
Deadpool as Plastic Man.
You know what? You wait now. No. That's him. Like that. No. That's Ryan. No, that's what name? What name?
Ryan Reynolds.
That's him.
Wow.
Because honestly, for you to say Deadpool is Plastic Man, no, what you literally saying is Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds regardless of the character that Ryan Reynolds is playing. It's still Ryan
Reynolds. Green Lantern as Plastic Man.
He was wrong for Hal Jordan. He was wrong. He was the wrong cast for Hal.
All right, so who's your current is that your current casting?
No, that's my dream casting.
That would be the current cast. That would be the dream cast. We already did low key.
I'm gonna be nostalgic. And say Wesley.
Of course.
Cool.
Wesley
Motherfuckers trying to ice skate
Snipes.
uphill.
He murdered it as Blade. He murdered it as Blade.
No, he was so
made
good that they
he
changed
didn't
Blade.
he made people who didn't know who Blade was go, who that is? He dope. But look here, y'all. Buck, I know you've been up late. You gotta go get your Z's, brother. I understand. First and foremost, man, thank you for pulling up. You all the way on the other side of the planet, and you came to spend some time with us, and we do not take that
Can
shit
we
light.
do this? Listen, that's our brother from across the water. Stop all this nonsense about we don't get along with one another. I don't want to hear that no damn more. I swear somebody gonna get cussed out. Stop that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing man against brothers against sisters. We're not doing that. We're not doing older folks against younger folk. We're not doing that. And we damn sure not doing this. Oh, just cause he in the motherland and I'm over here. No, we're not doing that. Stop signing off on that nonsense.
That part. So once again, man, thank you, brother. Keep up the good fight in the chat, man. And you know we got your back when we got your back. All right. Appreciate you, brother. Theo, you got something you want to add before we dip? What you gonna be doing this weekend, bro?
Man, listen, I know I said it. Daughter came into town and everything. I'm a dad first. So tomorrow I got us. Yes, we will be dropping Avengers 17. Yes, we will be dropping Blood Hunters. We're gonna be dropping that. And cause Juju requested. I don't know if my brother D Real want to be a part of it or not, but we're gonna see. Juju requested it. He wanted us to do an in-depth dive, live discussion on Avengers 17 and Ultimate Black Panther 7. That was a request. So we will be doing that this Sunday. Time to be determined because I got to talk to my brother because he up north. We got to make sure we got that going on. He stay in. So we're going to be bringing that to y'all Sunday. That's going to be a double dip. We're gonna talk about that and everything. So make sure y'all got y'all notifications on. But other than that, no, that's about it, big dog. That's about it.
Please, if you can, please check out Black Panther versus Kang on Webtoons. It is free to read and all of that good stuff. See if you like my take on T'Challa, if you like what I'm doing with T'Challa and all of that stuff. You can please donate to the Ko-fi link. I don't know if they've got it up, but Meister Geek Media on Ko-fi, so that I can turn it into an animation, and we'll see. I wonder, like maybe Marvel will be at my doorstep tomorrow. Who knows? But that's what I'm hoping for.
I'm going to do a review, my own review on Saturday, and then you and I can get together for 17 and the dub review. So thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Y'all stay up. Be good. Be good to each other.